From the start of this whole Outlander problem, research always included our leading lady, Caitriona Balfe, and ultimately I learned what a kind and genuine person she is.
I'm very grateful that I get to be in such a beautiful location for my birthday. And I'm even more grateful for all the birthday wishes and the amazing, amazing Project Caitriona that is going to plant so many more of these. Thank you.
Even with her success, at heart she is a socially conscious and politically astute Irish lass who has always shared the causes close to her heart, including those affecting children who often have no voice, and the men and women working in one of her former vocations in which the receiving of fair pay can often be questionable. She has an incredible work ethic and, much like Sam, has a fantastic habit of interviewing, which is honestly where I often find more information concerning Kate than any place else. She also has a fantastic and lively sense of humor, which comes out as she's easy to make a silly quip and to laugh, which I find one of her best qualities. Hi and welcome back to Katie's Corner in Space as I attempt to spoil you slightly with some looks back at some of our favorite moments and facts concerning our leading lady, Caitriona Balfe. Anyone remember when I pronounced that Caitriona? Oh, the ignorant old days. When it comes to Kate, ultimately interviews concerning Outlander and her experiences on Belfast were generally my best resources for updates. Though when she was able to make other appearances, Caitriona always had a way with words that gave us further insight into the kind of person she was and how she saw herself. And so this little look back is heavy on the interviews, but full of great Kate facts. While we celebrated her birthday, we also celebrated her success as she landed an incredible role playing Ma in the critically acclaimed and yes, award-winning movie, Belfast. The experience, like many at the time, was made unique as the pandemic persisted. Kate not only gained a new credit for her CV, but gained a mentor for her future hopes. Recently, Caitriona Balfe discussed the experience of being a part of the Oscar-winning Best Film Belfast and how it relates to her time filming the hit drama Outlander. It was an amazing experience, she recalled. Things like that don't come along very often. You just have to be so grateful, and then I get to come back to Scotland and work with all my friends and see everybody. So it's been really lovely. She admitted to Gold Derby, I think the only thing is, when you talk about the length of the seasons, that's the only difficult thing. I think if we could shorten them, we'd all be happier, but it just takes so long to film. In her interview with Rob LaCuria, Caitriona Balfe divulges she loves being 60s Claire. And one fun trivia tidbit about the opening sequence of the final episode of Season 6, in that shot of Claire and Brianna at the diner, it isn't really Kate, it's a double. However, she would have liked to have been there. And she reveals she was 6.5 months pregnant during the shootout scene last season. Referring to Claire's relationship with Tom Christie, it's going to get very interesting in Season 7. And when asked if her future would remain in front of the camera, she responded, "Well, hopefully not. No, I'm going to direct some little scenes this season." She tells us Sir Kenneth Branagh inspired her and had been open to giving her advice, and who wouldn't want advice from the director of the Oscar-winning film Belfast? Kenneth was the most encouraging. He's just such a champion of people. You see this. He works with people over and over again. She gushed before revealing that she even hopes to direct her own feature film one day. I've been working on a script for a very long time, which hopefully might be the first thing I direct as a feature that I'm writing. She said little, not giving much away about the story other than it's set in her home of Ireland, which is of course where it all started for her. Last week she joined James Brown on his podcast, The Unimaginable, where she revealed playing Anne Frank cemented her decision to pursue the arts. She also discussed her life growing up and how her parents fostering children helped her to learn to view the world with compassion. Of course, she also has compassion for us, suffering as we do through Outlander, and had a tip.
Read the book. There's several that are also about Outlander.
Which is good advice, especially if you are, like me, just too impatient to wait for the series to find out what happens next. And as for who she would love to have a meal with, well, I adore her answer.
Cleopatra. I mean, she kind of did it like no one else has, right? And then you could go, Cleopatra, coming at you.
And I leave you with a single truth about the incredible costuming on Outlander. Sometimes you can't move.
The beautiful wedding dress, but I couldn't sit. I could barely walk. To get to set, they built me a Pope mobile.
Now, I'm only about halfway through cutting and splicing each video from the past 40 plus weeks, so of course more will come this month. But until then, hit that subscribe button below so you'll know when they are released. And until then, please enjoy one of these videos, and I'll see you there.